What's up, everybody? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, I am talking Clippers versus Pelicans play-in game. So obviously, the Clippers are here because they lost their first play-in game against the Timberwolves. The Pelicans just won their play-in game against the Spurs, so now they meet in LA, the 8 seed versus the 9 seed. Kind of funny, all four home teams won in the first round. All four games went under. I did come out with a previous video about how to bet on the NBA playoffs, and I mentioned that unders hit at a higher rate in the playoffs than they do the regular season. So I'm not surprised about the unders hitting, but that is kind of funny that it's just been 4-0 and 4-0. So the Clippers are the home team here. Obviously, decently heavy favorite. The best odds you can get on them seem to be Unibet, BetRivers, and BetMGM at -175. The OddsJam perfect line has them at -172, so not a ton of value there. What I'm looking at now is this just an NBA odds page, right? It lists odds for every sportsbook that's available to me in Virginia. And this page you can access for free. So no matter where you're located or if you have an account or not, you can access this odds page and you can just see how books are pricing it. So it's really helpful, even if, like I said, if you're not a subscribed member. I love looking at just where the odds are and where everything prices it, because that's when you can really find some discrepancies. Like, if you did want to bet the money line of this game, it would make sense to bet the Pelicans money line +160 on BetRivers, because that's where you're getting the best odds. OddsJam perfect line has them at +150. Looks like some other books have it in the 50s, right? We're 154 for the OddsJam perfect line, PointsBet at 150, WinBet 152. Most other ones have them hovering on like the +145 range. So legitimate value getting the Pelicans at +160. And personally, not my official prediction taking the Pelicans, but I do see some value on that +160. Looking at the matchup between these two teams, the Pelicans have really taken a step forward, since the CJ McCollum trade, but really they had a really slow start to the year. They started 3-14, and they've been roughly just a 500 team since. 500 isn't really anything to write home about, but it's certainly better than 3-14 the way they started. With all the circus and the weirdness going on with Zion, you can kind of give them a pass for having a slow start, right? Like, he broke his foot sometime in the offseason. He got surgery sometime in the offseason. He was originally, reevaluated in 2 weeks, reevaluated in 8 weeks, reevaluated in 2 weeks, till eventually they just kept moving back the goalpost until they eventually just ruled him out for the year. So I think once they finally settled from the Zion drama, they started to take a step forward and play more like a respectable basketball team. I do like a lot of the pieces on this Pelicans roster. Obviously, Brandon Ingram is a great scorer. Valanciunas is a solid center. Herb Jones, the rookie Herb Jones, has been a great find for them. He is remarkable defensively. And then the CJ McCollum trade really helped them score. So he had a great game against the Spurs, right? He outscored the entire Spurs starting lineup in the first half. He had 27. Spurs starting lineup had 25. And they also have some pretty decent role pieces. Like, I like the guy Calderon they have. He seems like a really good defensive player, plays with a lot of energy. I like Devontae Graham. So a lot of pieces on this Pelicans team that I like. And once they get Zion back, maybe they can make some real noise. So on the Clippers side, I have a ton of respect for the coaching job that Ty Lue has done. He's managed to work through Kawhi missing out the entire year and Paul George missing most of the year with an elbow injury. Clippers are long. They play hard. They play aggressive. They really the one bugaboo they have is sometimes they can have trouble scoring. Even with Paul George's return, he's kind of been hit or miss. His first game was great. He's been a little bit hit or miss since then. But he is the really only plus scorer. Reggie Jackson can get hot from time to time, but he had that amazing playoff run last year. Kind of been disappointing since. And then there is Terrence Mann, who he blew up in the playoffs last year, but again, didn't really take the step forward this year. So as far as the money line play, I'm going to go ahead and sit out on the Clippers. If anything, I'd recommend putting some on the Pelicans. Looking at the spread is kind of interesting because you rarely see such agreement among the sports books. Every single book except for BetMGM, prices this at Clippers -4. With exactly even money, according to the OddsJam perfect line. Either way, there's no juice towards the Clippers or Pelicans Clippers -4, Pelicans +4, whatever you want to call it. There also is no value on the Clippers -3.5, which you can get on BetMGM. OddsJam perfect line prices that at -115. BetMGM prices that at -115. So there's no value there. So to give official prediction, I will take the Clippers -3.5, but that's not going to be my official bet for this game. I love to use OddsJam to identify positive expected value bets, and none of these bets have positive EV, and I'm not really confident one way or another to override that and place a bet. But where I did find a bet that I really, really like is on the total points. So this is where I found positive expected value bet. Probably unsurprising is on the under. So this is another situation where all the books price this at 216 or 216.5, but we found a positive EV on under 217 at -115 on BetRivers and Unibet. So the OddsJam perfect line prices that at -128. They price the other side of that at +114, which means that there's positive expected value, or excuse me, there's 14 cents in market width there. 128 -14 equals 14. 14 cents in market width is considered a load city. So that's one reason why I like it. The other reason why I like it is because it has positive expected value. So one thing that you need to do as a sports bettor is understand that each sportsbook is going to charge a vig or juice to a play. That's how the sportsbooks make their money. The OddsJam perfect line pulled from the sharpest sportsbook in the world is no different. There's still going to be a vig associated with it. So what you need to do is go to the OddsJam calculators page, go to the no vig fair odds calculator, probably the most important calculator that we have, and find out what the true line is for every play. +114 and, sorry, my mouse, -128 puts the true line of this bet at -120. Of course, we are getting more favorable odds at -115 on BetRivers. That gives this bet positive expected value. So this is going to be my official bet for this play, for this game. The under 217 for the Pelicans Clippers, -115 on BetRivers. And what I'm doing now is I'm adding this to my bet tracker. This is a feature that OddsJam offers for free. So I click the button, you add the price, you click save. And then if you go to the bet tracker, this is something, like I said, that OddsJam offers for free. So it's an immensely helpful tool as a sports bettor. You need to understand what your profits and losses are, and the OddsJam bet tracker is the best one on the market. What it does is it tells you whether your bets are currently beating closing line or not. Green equals good, red equals bad. Obviously, just because you beat the closing line doesn't mean your bet's going to hit, but if you can consistently beat the closing line time over time, that is how you can profit. And one of my favorite things about the OddsJam bet tracker is that it auto grades your bets for you. So all these bets, pending bets you see here, it'll auto grade them for me, mark them as won or lost, and then all that information feeds into your homepage, which gives you all the insights you need. So what I would recommend doing is loading that bet, the under 217, sign up for at least for the OddsJam email list. You get 3 free bets a day. And what you can do is add those bets to your bet tracker, watch them start to cash, and then you'll see your profits start to increase. Your profits will compound on top of each other. Then what you can do is sign up for the 7-day free trial. Again, free trial means that it's free. And what you can do there is watch these YouTube videos, invest in your betting education, use the arbitrage page to make free money, the free bet converter and the low holds page to convert site credit or free bets into cash. So you can sign up for the sportsbooks you see in the description of this video. Use those sign up bonuses. Of course, you can middle it to try and win both sides. Or what I love to do is just use the positive EV page, find positive expected value bets. That's how I've been able to profit so much, is mostly from positive EV. But as far as this video goes, that is all I got for you. So if you're tailing me on the under in this game, I would love to hear it. You can hit me up at my Twitter handle below. I would also really appreciate if you could like the video, comment, and subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. But that is all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.